Hello and welcome back to Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star with me, Fire Art. And this might be the last episode we do, because we're pretty much through with this game, which is crazy. I loved it so much. But we still have some radio episodes to go through, so let's do that. We got part 2, Pigeon the Partridge, since we already did part 1, Living with Birds. Let's see what this is about. The how and why of some pigeonations question box. Hello everybody, this is Cavalry Yoda from class 2-3. It's time for the second round of the question corner. Yay! Independent programs like this don't have to worry about fewer numbers, so we can take it easy. It's very relaxing. And you feeling relaxed? Anyway, this episode will be mostly spoiler-free as well. Okay. Spoilers for the BBL will probably start showing up in the second half, I think. That will be interesting, but I enjoy all these questions. Like this first one, even though it was also like spoiler-free and didn't touch on any of those subjects. It was still really enjoyable to see what kind of questions I had and what answers they came up with. At any rate, everyone can listen to this without worrying. Let's start looking at letters. This time there are three for me. Oh, nice. First off, one from an anonymous individual. You look very good in girls' clothes, but how do you feel about cross-dressing? I mean, he kinda, well... Is getting paid just an excuse? How do I feel? I'm not sure. I only ever cross-dress at work, after all. Yeah. It would be sort of like if I worked at a convenience store and put some sort of emotional weight into the act of wearing the apron, or something. Would be very strange. And as for it being an excuse, well, that seems odd too. It's just an old part of life to me. You don't have to, like, see it as weird. Just a thing that, like, he does for his job. On to the second letter. This is from one Areko. I want to have Colleen be my personal maid. There's a time limit, but you can ask for me anytime you're at the cafe. I'll be waiting. And now the third from Coolness Sexual. I wonder if that's the person who comes by every Friday. To Colleen, you're always so cute. What kind of clothes do you like? You can tell me, right? Oh, no, that's a weirdo. That's a weirdo, Ryota. I'd like to see you in modern maid and Maiko clothes, too. Like maybe a sailor uniform? Come again soon, master. I don't usually do this outside of the cafe, but I had them get me a sailor uniform for this, so I'll be back in a minute. Oh, wow. I don't know if I would reply to all of the requests. But you do look cute. You do. I tried making bento. Will you eat with me? This is the first time I've worn a sailor uniform, actually. It's a little drafty for this time of year. The next one is for Dr. Iwamine. Let's see if I can get him in here.
What is it? Another stomach ache. Was last time's dose not enough? Do something a little more powerful. With a 42% chance of painful death as a side effect, that is.
I don't like those chances. What? That's so much of a mortality rate. I'm not in enough of a hurry to play Russian roulette, you know. Reminds me of so many different things. Mainly two games. And don't go changing the background music like that. He does that. This is the question corner, doctor. He changed it back. Good job, Ryota. There's a letter for you and me. May I read it to you?
What foolishness is. Very well. We shall discuss the compensation later, of course.
Uh-oh. I probably don't want to know what you'll ask for. But, thank you. It's from someone named Yuya and was sent on December 6th. From someone named Yuya? Well, I wonder if it's the same one. Ryo's birthday is the 3rd, right? Happy birthday! And the doctor's the 12th, so happy birthday to him too! Thank you, Yuya!
Yeah, this person seems quite well informed.
May I ask you a favor? My birthday is the 7th. Could you celebrate for me? Just one congratulation from you would be better than Christmas and New Year's cards combined. Another December child! Happy birthday, Yuya! You should say something too, Doctor.
Why? It is merely another year in their life. What reason is there to celebrate?
Not that I expected much from you anyway. I'm sorry, Yuya. I'll congratulate you for the doctor as well. Happy birthday! Cute.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Hi, Miru and Kaku. If there's anything to celebrate, then yes, Merry Christmas. I feel like something else just got slipped in there. It's funny because they were like, yeah, there's no spoilers in here. I mean, I guess for the BBL route, but still. This does spoil something. Not really. Kinda. The characters. No. Anyway, happy birthday! I hope you have a good year.
If perhaps you have a change of heart and decide you would like to have your limbs and organs replaced, do let me know.
Yeah. If we do have a change of heart, we'll tell you. We won't, but.
Ha ha ha.
Don't even joke about that sort of thing, Doctor. Seeing as the Doctor is here, I'll read a few more of these. This one is a question for the Doctor from Just Pudding. Do you have a Secam alarm in the... Secam? What? A Secam alarm in the infirmary? Do you, Doctor?
No, I do not make a habit of relying on such establishments. I simply do not leave anything in there which would be troubling to have stolen.
Use Golgard. Easy and safe. I think not, Mr. Golgard. The Doctor doesn't seem interested. They're just like being like, here's characters we have in this new game. You should play it and not just watch the radio episode. Valid. Also nice to see you again, Golgard. We hadn't seen you in forever. And that's where I hide. Pardon me then. Please to call if you change your mind. He left his business card even though we didn't ask for it. I don't have any use for it. What about you, Doctor?
Likewise.
Yeah, really. Time for the last one. This from one helplessly in love. I am helplessly in love with round, adorable Chuka partridges. Oh. Do all Chukas have the Doctor's suspiciously fluffy face? What do you think, Doctor?
A foolish question. I was visiting a town for the first time. The first man I met had a round face. Does everyone in the town have a round face? Or something like that.
It's from someone outside the school, so maybe you could answer less aggressively.
Aggressive? Whatever do you mean? I believe I answered in a clear and conscious fashion. Concise. There's no species of birth without individual differences.
This is hard. I suppose the Doctor is right. The differences between individuals. I like that we get to see a picture of a different partridge. Maybe the best way to see it would be to go to the avian zoo in Kakegawa or Kobe? Chuka partridges' eyes aren't completely round, so they do look a little bit lethargic, or maybe suspicious. Also, when they hold their heads out, their necks are surprisingly thin. They can look very vulnerable when they're taking dust baths too. I bet. Do you take dust baths, Doctor?
What a quaint suggestion. Dust bathing is a behavior which arose as a way of removing parasites from the body. Our lifestyles have progressed such that we no longer come into contact with parasites, and so it is no longer needed.
You must do it every once in a while then. A defenseless dust bathing Dr. Yamine? A fascinating idea, if only because of how hard it is to imagine. I think I'd like to see it.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Yes, I know!
Is that enough? I believe the material from last night's experiment will be ready soon, and I would very much like to go home.
Yes, we're done. Sorry for holding you up. Thank you. Why is everybody so uncooperative? Hope I can have someone who will play along next time. Hopefully. I mean, there are some in the cast that would be more suited for something like this. Then again, there's so many letters for the doctor. I'll have to bring him back on at some point. Maybe next time I should get him a present or something to butter him up beforehand. That's a good idea. But what kind of present? Like, you'd have to give him something gruesome. And that's all, folks. Thank you for all the letters. Also, it makes sense that a lot of people sent in stuff for Iwamine since he's such a favorite in the fandom. Alright, let's see the next one. Special talk show. Don't know what this one is. Like, the only ones where one could have imagined it's the doctor is with, like, the fish and the partridge. Makes sense, like Ryota and Iwamine. But a special talk show? I don't know. Maybe Yuya? What's up? Oh, okay. No, I was just wrong. It is Nishikikochi. Okay.
Welcome to the Nishikikochi special talk show. Good evening, folks. I am the grand artist who has offered his life, his very soul, out to the imagination, Nishikikochi Tori. Welcome to a special time which you shall spend with me.
Also, if you heard like weird clacking, that was my cats. They're running. Their claws are scratching on the floor. But that was kind of funny to see. I'm sorry. I'll get back to topic. Which is Nishikikochi Tori, of course.
I don't imagine there are many listeners who don't already know it by heart, but allow me to give a brief introduction of my glorious, exemplary career so far.
Oh, yeah, I actually would like to know.
Once, I was the ace of the 2nd Optical Ordnance Division of the Hawk Party Research Organization. And now I am a manager at the Crow Party and also chief editor of the popular Golden Weekly magazine.
Oh. We don't even know about the Crow Party as far as I know. Or maybe I just forgot what the other party is called. But yeah, the Hawks, we did know he was with them. I didn't know he's like the manager at a different party now.
I doubt anyone in the world is as busy as I am. You are all incredibly grateful that I am taking this time out of my schedule to conduct a question and answer session, of course.
Uh-huh. Mr. Nishikikochi! Mr. Nishikikochi! Did he lock Ryota out? Please open the door! Bah, it won't open no matter how we push or pull. Must be locked from the inside. What do we do? At this rate, an entire chapter of the radio program is going to be overrun with some unfortunate golden pheasant disaster. You in there! Open up this instant! You were bad enough in the Lego Mentine shot. You're planning to ruin this too. Do you think an outsider like you will go unpunished for this? We won't stop at charges of trespassing, you hooligan. Good thing to have Sakia here.
It is awfully loud out there. Would the peanut gallery mind keeping its fevered gibberings to itself?
It's gibberings, isn't it?
This record is no way beautiful. Let me put on some music. Now then, let us begin my artistic question and answer session. The first is from a young lady by the name of Hatomi is my waifu. When are you gonna discontinue Golden Dove? It's gotten really lame and just feels like he's run out of ideas for all the new characters he introduces. Hey, what? What is this? Do you know how long Mr. Takashiki Po labored in obscurity even after he made his debut in high school? Living the ignominious life of a non-serialized author. Even when he could get serialized positions, he was never popular in questionnaires, so he'd always be dropped. You cannot possibly comprehend how he suffered. And then he came to me, to Golden Weekly. He was the first artist whose serials worked out for me. We've struggled all this way together, like unfortunate twins joined at the hip, and so shamefully forced to run in every three-legged race ever. Do you have any idea how much sweat and how many tears and how much of his own lifeblood he has poured into Golden Dove? You don't, do you? You know nothing of the joy of a long-running series, you disgusting Philistine. So don't just go talking about discontinuing it! Jeez! Well then, next one.
Things sure seem lively in there. Wish he'd opened the door already. On the contrary, he seems to be ignoring us entirely. I can't believe a disgrace like this is allowed on campus. It's most vexing. You two having trouble? I guess I was kinda right. Yuya and Sakia do appear. The hero always makes his appearance when everybody's in a pickle, right? Why are you having your gun with you here? But this music, those fire. Oh man, I just wanna chime out right now. Yuya! No one asked for you to show up. Wait, what are you carrying? I've got permission to force my way in. Gotta protect the peace and tranquility of the campus after all. With a gun? I'm going to break this door down whether it's locked or not. Get back a little.
The second one is from Testy Robin. I'm tired of reversibly dust jackets. Come with a more interesting bonus. I'm not buying your magazine anymore. Then don't buy it! Why would we want readers as slow-minded as you anyway? Don't you think something is wrong with this trend among publishers of trying to outcompete each other through bonus items?
Yeah.
A magazine should be judged by what's inside. That is where the competition lies. Do not be fooled by those frivolities. The real artistry lies sparkling within.
That's as far as you go, Nishikikochi Tori. Put your wings behind your head.
What is a high school student doing with that thing?
Didn't you know, mister? It's a must-have item for any fashionable teenage boy. No! It is not! No. Ryota? No. Yuya? Bad. Nishikochi? Bad for breaking in here. We have you surrounded. The only one that's doing this right is Sakia. Come quietly, don't try anything. Let's make this as nice as possible, shall we? I don't want to have to shoot you. Not very much anyway.
That rifle. I I see. So you're with JB. Oh, very well. I shall withdraw for today. But one day, the school shall be mine!
Don't gotta break anything to get out. Oh, darn it. There goes another window. Oh, man. If you're going to go leaping out of window, at least open it first. Anyway, we've secured the broadcast room. We're short on time, so you should probably get started. Right, thank you, Yuya. But where does he keep getting those things? Now then, let's try this again. The how and why of some bitchinations. Here's the question box. I'll be joining in today. This time we've got questions from Westerners. My English isn't very good, so Saki will be helping out. Already in high school you still can't use English. Your future's bleak indeed. I'm not planning to go overseas, so it won't be that bad. I hope. Alright, first question. From one SSFSX17. That sounds more like a password than a handle. What is Yoko's favorite weapon? The bow, the sword, or the spear? Oh yeah, they have to do it like this for like the translation, so it would be like the Japanese and then now it's like the translation. Got it. Can you answer that, Kawara? Yoko's favorite weapon? Well, a few years ago she really liked the bamboo pole, but I think lately she's been using the copper sword more. A copper sword for hunting. Wouldn't it be a bit dull for that? It doesn't cut very well, but she said it doesn't matter because she just bludgeons everything to death anyway. Alright, let's keep going. We're a little short on time thanks to a certain someone. This one is for you, Sakia. It's from Rabbit Doubt. Sakia, please let me touch your feathers. I want to touch your feathers. Never! Hey, translate into English first! Or Japanese, I guess, since this is the English release. I don't actually need to hear it all, but if you start cutting whole characters out of scenes just because language barrier jokes don't really work, then things would get pretty confusing very quickly, right? It's okay, Ryoto, you didn't have to explain, I got it. Sakia, please let me touch your feathers. I want to touch your feathers. Why should I let myself be touched by common riffraff? That's too bad, Rabbit Doubt. Maybe he'll let you touch them if you become nobility. This one's anonymous. What are your thoughts on Brian Pitchen? Do you consider his blog to be quality literature? On second thought, maybe it would be okay if you didn't bother repeating everything after all. Look here, peasant. I've got one job on this lousy show. It's stupid, but I'm going to do it. Is that clear? Okay, okay. Anyway, Brian. Wait, who? Brian Pitchen? You guys don't... You know of Brian Pitchen. He's famous. Don't even know that, you ignoramus. He's a great Pitchen from the great land of Great Britain, and the very first intellectual Columbid. Go look up Brian Pitchen online for the good of us all. Whoa! Yep. I remember Brian Pitchen. Very important fellow. But this blog is in English. English localization or no, I still can't read it. Of course it's in English. He lives in London. His posts may even count as fine literature. At the very least, they're culturally quite valuable. They will definitely leave a mark on avian history to come. Wow, he must be really important. I'll have to work hard on my English so I can read his blog. Here's the last one. It's anonymous too. It's for San. I love you.
Cool! Okusan loves you too!
A hi and bye. Sakia, I understood that. Don't act so proud, what? Neophyte. Well, I guess that's about it for today. Indeed, we shall have to cut this session short. It's almost time for the school to close. Let's make a smooth exit. Yep. Bye-bye, everybody. How nice. On to the next. Spoilers ad. Oh yeah, because it's the second half. The how and why of Sunbridge Nations. It's time to break out the question box. This is Cavalry Yoda from class 2-3. Last time was a little exciting, wasn't it? I'm glad we didn't get dropped. This time we're doing a special feature on BBL. BBL, or Bad Boys Love, is an extra long truth scenario which was included with the full version of the game. Today we'll be answering questions about BBL. So be warned, there will be spoilers. I don't recommend continuing with this if you haven't finished BBL yet. Well, I have. And you probably have too if you watched the whole Let's Plays. Hatoful boyfriend. Do you want to keep going? Yes. Keep going! Alright, let's get started. This will be a little complicated, but I think I should explain where we are before jumping into questions. Holiday Star takes place in a happy world where the BBL route never began, during winter break in the 3rd semester. So naturally, up until now the questions have been answered by the peaceful, undisturbed Otome route versions of each character. Makes sense? But because we're doing BBL this time, we'll be calling on the versions of each character who lived or didn't live through BBL. Just don't think about it too hard and you'll be fine. Yeah, I won't. In the end, it's just because unlike books or movies, visual novels have all kinds of branches and possibilities. Even if it's a little odd for me to say that. Sorry, that was a little long. Questions. This is from one Soravo. Was Yoko raised in an orphanage? How has she managed everything all this time? Yoko isn't here, so I'll be answering for her again. Her parents did die a long time ago, but she was never taken in by an orphanage. She did live with my mother and me for a while, but she decided she'd rather live on her own. Huh, as a kid? Living by one's own strength is a hunter-gatherer pride after all. I could never be like her. She's always so tough and cool, you know? On to the next question. This one is from Tamurushi. For the doctor. What did you like so much about Professor Kawara? What was so appealing about a good-for-nothing dwarf like that who couldn't even take care of his own family? That's what it says, Doctor. Wait, no, Doctor, stop! You can't just tear up the letters! That sounds like he's electrocuting the letter. You can't put him through the shredder either! Oh, it's completely destroyed.
That is all.
That's not an answer, Doctor. Sorry, Damarushi. I guess the subject of my father is a bit of a sensitive area with him. Dad never did come home much, though. I don't remember what kind of person he was either. I wonder what kind of boss he was for the doctor. Hey, Doctor, wait!
Was there something else?
The next question is for you, too. It's just this one more. Could you please stay?
The contents may warrant repayment that the emergency room won't be able to fix, but very well.
Are you planning to break into the 3rd dimension to claim vengeance, Doctor? Then again, you probably could. Anyway, I'll read it, and if you don't want to say anything, you don't have to. Let's not get anyone killed.
Indeed. Though I can't guarantee that we won't.
This is from Tomi. About how many aliases have you had to date, Doctor? Would you mind telling me what a few of them are?
I don't keep them lying around for use as party tricks.
That doesn't answer the question, sir.
I think it is enough. I simply use names as I need. In situations where it would be inconvenient for people to realize who I am, you see? Would revealing my names not then be quite inconvenient?
I don't know what is up with me today. I can't read. That's true, but no one reading this will mind spoilers.
I don't mean inconvenient for them. I mean inconvenient for me. I will be going now.
Too bad. We didn't find either of those questions out. The answers. Ah, he's gone. You didn't even answer either of them, Doctor. Looks like you're having some trouble. Hey, Yuya. Yuya! How about I answer that question for him? You're always here just when we need you, Yuya. I've been trailing him for quite some time, after all. I'll leak a little confidential information, just for you. You're always ready to reveal state secrets just when we need them, Yuya. Well, that's a little harsh, isn't it? Anyway, moving right along. As you all know, his name as a member of the faculty of some Nations and his name as a medical doctor is Iwamine Shu. His name as a researcher for the Hawk Party was Isa Soma. That's the name I first knew him by. We also have evidence indicating that Ishiki Michio, the public prosecutor who died suddenly a few years ago, might be the same person. And finally, there's a theory that his real identity is as the heir to the Ichiyo group, but that's still just a rumor. He has quite a history, doesn't he? It all seems a little excessive to me. In any case, the truth remains shrouded in darkness. Anyway, that's it for me. Can keep the ladies waiting after all. Adieu! Thank you, Yuya. It's a little late now, but will he be okay? The doctor was awfully insistent about hiding those names, and he just blabbed all about them. But then again, he can take care of himself. It's not like the doctor could kill him or anything, even if he did find out. Yes, he could! Next letter! It's from one Sanya, von Nageki. Von Nageki? Did you disappear entirely after BBL? Good question. Are you living on inside Ryoda? Also, what would you have done if you had never been sick? Ooh, I love those questions. Would you have gone to college? I want to know, and I can't stop crying. I get that. Nageki will have to answer those himself.
You made me come in just a little while ago, too.
True. Sorry. But you're a really important figure in BBL, so we need to have you here. He really is. Sanya was asking what happened to you after BBL.
At the very least, we do know that I spoke to you when you woke up from hibernation.
Right. Let's take another look at that scene. Yeah, it will be a good callback, because it has been quite some time.
Mr. Kawara. Mr. Kawara. Miss Tosaka. Can you hear me? Morning is almost here.
Wake up, Kawara. Tosaka. I told you I wouldn't go back on my word. And that was Saki in the end. That scene appears in the special epilogue that you get if you play through a second time. Really? I feel like I saw that, but maybe I just looked it up. I definitely know it exists though.
That was a pretty bad spoiler. You sure it's okay to show that?
I mean, it did say there were spoilers.
There may be people who have cleared BBL but still haven't seen it.
Oh! Sorry! I wasn't thinking. Don't look! Don't look!
It's a little late now. Anyway, as you can see, my consciousness still seems to be there. So maybe I haven't disappeared completely.
That's still pretty vague.
I don't exactly exist to begin with. It's a little hard to imagine something that doesn't exist disappearing.
But then again, part of your body is inside mine now. So maybe you do exist after all?
I don't know what happens after the end of BBL. Maybe I disappear later on, or maybe I end up sharing Mr. Kawara's body. Maybe, if I do end up staying, I'd like to see Hitori move on and finally start living for himself. Then I could disappear.
It would be nice to see Professor Nanaki living happily. He's been through so much. Yeah. He's put others through a lot too, but... Man. It wasn't all fun and games for me either, but I definitely agree. How about the second question? Also, what would you have done if you had never been sick? Would you have gone to college? I want to know and I can't stop crying.
You can't stop crying. You know you can't change the past. You can't hope for a future which won't be allowed to come either.
Didn't you think about where you wanted to go in life, Nageki?
Not really. I never had a dream for what I wanted to be when I grew up or anything like that. If nothing had ever happened, I probably would have gone on to college, graduated, and thought about things from there.
It is pretty hard to know where you'll be a few years down the line. Haven't put any thought into my career path at all. I bet you'd make a good museum curator or librarian or writer.
I've never really felt like writing books of my own.
But helping with Angel's manga, right?
Being a curator could be interesting though. I'll think about it.
For the world where you're still alive.
Yes, something like that. Is that all?
Yeah, thank you, Nageki. See, that was very cooperative. This last one is anonymous. It's for... Oh, for Hattori. Hello? This is the recording room. Mr. Usune! Please come in, have a seat. Tea and biscuits? How nice. Yes, this is very nice. Will be alright if I brought some home. I'd like to give them to the children. Oh, yes, I think that would be fine. Write them up for when you are done. Really? I'm so happy, thank you. He's suddenly quite talkative. It's almost hard to believe he's actually Professor Anarchy. Our last letter is addressed to you. I have a question for Hattori. You're supposed to have been good at studying, but were you able to go to school? You had your job as a lecturer, and after that you took care of the children. It certainly doesn't seem like you'd have the time. I don't go. I'm enrolled though. You're enrolled but don't go? Is that, are you a truant? No, I'm a distance student. Oh, of course! Everyone helps out with the housework, so I have more than enough time left to study. Even so, I'm a little worried about leaving them for so long. If you wouldn't mind, I think I should be going soon. He's a very caring guardian too. My father could send to take a leaf out of his book. He could. Thank you so much, Hattori. Thank you for having me. Almost like someone brought a painting of the ideal young man to life. That is what Hattori pretty much was. Wonder if I'll grow up to be as pleasant a person as him. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you all so much for your letters. Alright, I think I'll actually stop here. So we will have another episode. I thought this would be the last one, but I thought wrong. Because else this will get a little long. We still have, let me see. We still have 2 of the radio show things, and yeah, I guess those would be the finale. So yeah, see you guys next time for the last episode. Stay awesome. Bye!